Let's drive to the Arctic Circle in this van that I converted into a camper van with next to no experience, and I've never driven abroad. What could possibly go wrong? A quick nip down to the shop to pick up some stuff I thought I might need for driving in the Arctic Circle, checked Google Maps and set it up for the ferry terminal and headed down to Harwich. I must admit, when I got there, the nerves were starting to set in. I don't even know if my phone's going to work abroad. Last time I went to Southern Ireland on my last contract, it didn't work. It just would not attach to any signal. Let's hope that works, because I'm going to be needing that for my GPS. And then on top of that, I don't even know how to fuel up when I'm abroad. I guess I'm going to have to top up before I get on that ferry. It wasn't long before we were at the port of Harwich, ready to board the Stena Line Britannica, heading over to the Hook of Holland. I'm really starting to get nervous now. I've seen the boat come off, I've dug out my passports. I really don't know what to expect. I don't know, with ferry docks at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then tomorrow we've got an 1100-kilometre drive on my first ever drive in Europe. This should be quite fun. Peter, thank you. Let's go check out my cabin. I've not just got a cabin like side window. It's right at the front. That is truly insane. We've got a big bed on the bottom, a little bunk on the top that's still quite big, and then a massive porthole window to literally the front of the boat. TV over here, ladders for the bunk, all the stuff just there. Look at this. Inside here, we've got the full shower area. I went for a little nosy around deck 9 on the Stena Line Britannica because it's just been rejuvenated into the Plus Lounge, where you could get free nibbles, free coffee, and just have a nice chilled, relaxing journey. Some might say a little too relaxing. Out onto one of the sun decks to watch the ship depart from England. The adventure, guys, starts here. Cheers. Once the lights of England were far behind us, it was time to get my head down. Woke up the next morning, had a lovely shower, went down to the Plus Lounge, had my breakfast. It was time to get off in Holland. Guest services helped me set up the data roaming on my phone, programmed the sat-nav into a spot in northern Denmark that I'd found for the park up for the night. Let's go. Straight off the ferry, followed a car so I knew where I was going, down to border control. It was such a long drive today. I think I'm going to try and aim for like a miles per gallon challenge, 30 miles per gallon. That's my target. Saying that, the engine's been on for 20 minutes now, and I'm at 6.9 miles per gallon now. So it's going to take a lot to come back on that one. We shall find out. Hello, what do you need? Passport? Yes, this is passport. Oh, there you go, thank you. Exit sign, this way. I'm going to follow this dude, because I don't know where I'm going. Yeah, my sat-nav says come this way. Oh, wait, yeah, we're on the wrong side of the road, aren't we? So I'm going to have to go in this way. Oh, this is going to be freaky. After navigating ourselves out of the port on the wrong side of the road and round our first roundabout, it wasn't long before we found ourselves on our first motorway of this whole mega journey. Let's get some miles burn. We've just been cut up by a camper van. He didn't get very far though, did he? Because I've just gone straight past him again. Oh, that's because I was in the wrong lane. The aim of the game is to simply find a lorry, get behind it at a safe distance and draft it. That way I can save a bit of fuel, I can take my time till I get used to the roads and just plough the miles away burning the diesel. It wasn't long before we crossed from the Netherlands into Germany. I had no idea how these borders were going to look, how they were going to be, and this was quite a surprise. It does seem a little bit weird. It's like taking us into a motorway services sort of thing. Unless the road's just closer, it's going in and back out the other side. Oh no, there is a border control here. Oh, this will be quite fun, won't it? Thank you. Oh, hey, they're all walking over to me now, so I don't know which way I've got to go where. It was like I thought, in one side and straight out the other side. For only my second ever border crossing, that was a weird one. I'm driving a German vehicle in Germany. VW. I think I'm on one of those autobahns. Everything is flying past me like mad. My Google Maps has stopped giving me a speed limit. It just tells me the speed. I'm currently going 84 kilometers an hour. I'm trying to draft behind this lorry to save a bit of fuel. It's amazing what you learn when you're just taking the slower pace through everywhere. It's quite cool. There's loads of signs with a big red truck next to a car and the time underneath 6 AM to 20, which is 8 o'clock at night. I assume that trucks can't overtake between those times, because this truck in front of me was doing 90 kilometers just ploughing along and I was stuck behind him, and now he's doing 84, so he must be stuck behind a lorry too. This is quite cool. How mental is that? I have never ever seen my miles per gallon like that before. 35 miles per gallon over 274 kilometers. That's taken me 4 hours. Now keep in mind, for half an hour the engine was sort of turned on in the boat before they started moving us. Average speed of 68 kilometers an hour, and all I'm doing is drafting behind a truck. Eco driving, imagine what Jeremy Clarkson would say about it. But after a long powerful plough through Germany, we soon arrived at the Denmark border, which I kind of think I snuck into. And it looks like we're just coming up to the Denmark border crossing. It's taken us off this way for some reason. I don't know if that's what, but or whether I should be over there or here. I don't know where I should be. I don't know if this should have been the right way, but I've just completely skipped the border crossing, and I don't know why or how, but they're pulling things in down there, and I haven't had my passport stamped or anything, so I don't know what I'm doing. I haven't got a clue what's just happened. Just across the border, and I think I've found a petrol station, Q8. I don't know if that is a petrol station, but there was a sign to say fuel. Oh yeah, it looks like there is fuel down here, but I don't know if I can fuel up here. I don't know. Oh, I can change to English. Welcome, please insert or pay in shop. I guess insert. I don't know. I'll clean the swipe cards. I don't know what to do. Let's go that. Welcome, please wait. I'm still waiting. Enter pin. I think that's the right one. I'm not too sure. Well, that's just clicked. Please approve to. I don't know if I should have pulled my card out. Would you like a receipt? No. Please wait. Start fueling. Diesel. $728 Danish kroner, 54 litres of fuel, sorted. Back up to a full tank of fuel, 800 kilometre range if I keep it at that miles per gallon, which we're about to see the hills, so I don't think that's going to happen. That was actually a really pleasant experience. We've got 349 kilometres left until tonight's park up. It's starting to get dark, so it might be dark by the time we get there. I am parking in a forest. You might be asking, why am I even doing this journey? It's because it's been a once in a lifetime thing. For 20 years since I learned that you could actually drive to the Arctic Circle, I've been wanting to do it. But for the animals, the wildlife, the northern lights, I want to experience it all. This park up that I've planned has something called fallow deer. I want to go and see them, so that's why I've picked it. Park for night, coming troops here. Except the realisation that I've been on motorways all day. I've only driven a few roundabouts at the start of the 14-hour drive, and now I'm in the middle of nowhere trying to figure out how I'm supposed to drive. The van literally looks properly frozen. Look at it up on the top there, all down the sides. That's pretty cool. But there's loads of deer around. I saw some on the way in. It's pitch black. The stars are absolutely insane. But that's me done for the night. I'm going to get my head down. We've got another ferry in the morning. Good morning and welcome to northern Denmark. Yes, we've got the sun rising just over there. The van does look really cold, but that autotherm heating that I've just put in, whew, that was perfect last night. But for those that have never seen any of my videos before, let me show you around my humble abode. I built this van, or converted this van, from a normal panel van into a camper van. With little to no experience really. Basically my whole channel is based around learning from my mistakes through converting this. And I like to go on all these mad adventures. But let me show you around my van. Up down here we've got the full kitchen sort of unit. Built by a company called Vans Adventures. We've got a full fridge freezer down there. Some electric plugs, loads of storage. We've got the normal bog standard sink up here. Now that is just a hat that I stuck on the top, but it's a proper pull out sort of thing. It's a fully electric van, so there is no gas in this van at all, which means induction hob. And in this cupboard we've got the air fryer. Up the back there we've got just slightly wider than a standard double bed. Inside here is the full shower and toilet area. Nothing special, but it really does me and I'm happy with it. Towards the front we've got a big sofa area just here. Now this is more of a sofa, can be used as a single bed when I do have my son. Couple of passenger seats up there, they can swivel around. Fully off grid, never on an electric hookup, so I don't have a hookup on the side of this van or inside this van. I have got means to charge it if I do find I need to, but I never have in the 2 years that I've had this. I do more driving than actually sitting on a campsite or sitting off grid anywhere. So I've only got 200 watts of solar on the roof. I don't need anything more than that because I'm always driving. My DC to DC charger completely charges my battery. I pulled up here at 100% last night. I've had 2 cups of coffee on the induction hob. I've had my Starlink on all night, which is on the roof at the back. It's full CCTV, and I've got 80% battery left. You can kind of see the Starlink's just there, the awning, the Wi-Fi, solar panel, and then obviously the back doors with all the traction boards, the Rogue alloys. Oh yeah, she is beautiful. So if you do like campervan stuff, whether it be the building of the campervans or the campervan adventures, make sure you do subscribe to this channel. I'm going to go for a little walk around this area because I've got an hour before I need to leave here to go and get my next ferry. Whoa. How freaking cool was that? So that was one of the 3 things I really wanted to see on this road trip to do with wildlife, was deer, moose, marine wildlife. This is going to be wow cool. As I'd love to continue walking around here and exploring, I think it's time to head back to the van and head over to my ferry to Norway. We are coming up towards the port. We are very early for this, but we'll see which way it tells us to go and all that sort of stuff. And I don't know how it works. Again, I'm confused with it all, and I think I go straight on. Yes, I go straight on here. Or do I? That truck's going right. Colour line. Check it. Straight on campervans. That'll do me, donkey. I think it's just a case of wait here until the check-in opens. Okay, thank you very much. Have a good day. Hiya.
Are you going to Lavik?
Yes.
Yes? Just put the yellow piece of paper in the window.
Yeah,
you can just lay it.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah. And then follow the yellow line to lane 42.
Just all the way around?
Yeah, 42.
Perfect, thank you. And this is the joy about doing it in your own camper van. You get to make food while you're waiting for the ferry, so you don't end up spending a fortune on the ferry. There are multiple different ways to get over to Norway. This is the way I chose, solely because it was a little bit cheaper than paying for the fuel and the bridge tolls. It's Hirtshals over to Larvik. The captain just said there's a submarine out there that's just surfaced by the research vessel. How cool is that? Nearly 4 hours later, it's time to dock and get off. The plan of attack now, we're going to get off this boat, and we've got 2.5 hour drive over to just north of Oslo. Now, I've only done 2.5 hours to see how I feel when I get there. We've got a clear sky tonight and tomorrow night. So the further north I can get, the more chance of northern lights. That's what I'm hoping. But this first one is simply just a rest area on the side of the E6. Oh, I completely forgot about customs around here. They're going to be checking everything. I've got the passport up there if they need it. Hello, buddy. What, do you want passport?
Yes, I can see the passport. Yes. What are you doing in Norway?
Turns out Norwegian customs don't really have a sense of humour. When they say, what are you doing in Norway? And you say, I've come to steal all your women to take them back to my country. Straight into secondary, where they pulled me up to search the van. Hello.
You said that you shall stay in 2 weeks?
Less than 2 weeks here. In 2 weeks... about 2 weeks, I have a ferry booked from Holland, Netherlands, back to England.
Yes.
So
you came from Holland now, or?
I came from Holland, from the UK to Holland, drove from Holland up to Denmark yesterday, and then today got the ferry over, coming here.
But when you leave Norway?
Norway, I don't know. I could be leaving Norway in 4 days, 5 days. I don't know my route or which way around I'm going to go. All I know is I'm going to be back for that ferry.
And the car is yours, or?
Yeah, it's all mine. I've got paperwork. Do you want to see paperwork?
Yeah, that's it.
They come in the back of the van, went through a few of the cupboards. They were looking for drugs and alcohol, essentially. That isn't the first time on this whole adventure that I'm going to have a dealing with the Norwegian Customs and Border Patrol. Make sure you subscribe for that. He says, yes, okay, you go now. Okay then. Tell you what though, first impressions of Norway, it's a beautiful place. Look at how green it is. But then again, I suppose it helps having the crystal clear blue sky. But look at this rock formation thing coming up on the left. I have to really be careful on my speed because the speed limits are extremely low compared to what I'm used to. But it's stunning. It's just really pretty. In the autumnal colours, oh, it's just stunning. Apparently Norway is famous for its tunnels, and I'm about to go through my first one. It's not really a tunnel, it's more like a little rabbit hole. It just goes boop, and then you're straight in one side and straight out the other side. Wow. It's one of those where you don't know the view when you get outside it as well. I mean, it could be completely different. In some cases, these tunnels, it can be a completely different climate on the other side because you're going through mountains. I've just been through my first toll. I've just seen the ANPR cameras above you. Now, for the tolls, I've set up with ePass 24, which is the one that's designated for tourists. You don't get discounts on it, whereas you could go through I think it's Auto Pass, and you get a few little discounts and stuff on there. But the reason I didn't really do Auto Pass, well, that's solely because I tried to set up the Auto Pass, but I couldn't figure it all out. That you needed to fill in all the documents about your vehicle. How much CO2s does it give out? So I opened my logbook up, had a look, and it said the numbers. So I went to type them, and it went, that's too many numbers. So I went to type in the first bit of the numbers. No, that's the wrong ones. And I'm like, what? And I didn't want to put the wrong ones in and just guesstimate it, because then what if I put the two higher ones up and they start like charging me for a truck and stuff like that? ePass 24 was just an easy one to do, but I'm not going to benefit from all the discounts. It's just something for you guys to think about if you decide to come over to Norway. Just over a few hours of driving some of the most beautiful roads I've ever driven, catching some fuel through Oslo, and a couple of hours north, we ended up at our park up, but I didn't know whether or not we were actually going to stay there. Not the best spot for tonight. I've ended up binning it in one of those little rest spots on the side of the road. It's not the best, but I've got pasta bake just here, and I've got to plan a route to avoid a massive closure just down the road from, get this, periodic closures due to closures due to landslide blasting. Fair enough then. I'll figure out another way around that and some cool stuff to do on the way, because now I'm in Norway, I want to start exploring properly. Well, good morning. It is currently 6:40 in the morning. We've been up for about an hour trying to plan today because last night's planning went to pot a little bit. You see, part of the route we wanted to take has got road closures on them. Now, that has led me down another little rabbit hole of the Norwegian scenic routes, and I found a way that is one of the Rondane scenic routes, and there's part of that we can drive to be able to avoid all those potential closures. So let's do that. It means going over a mountain pass, but it's early morning, early start. Let's get that started. Not the best place I've ever stayed, but it's nice that Norway have got these rest areas to accommodate us when things do go a bit tits up. I had to sort of hang around this morning because I'm just about to leave and I noticed that. Yeah, don't know what that is, but it don't look good. It seems to be coming from around about the exhaust area. So in my mind, I keep an eye on that and see what actually happens. As soon as we started climbing, the temperature started dropping. The mist glowing through a sunrise just as it's starting to get daylight through the Norwegian forest, just seeing all the villages that we're passing through, the way that all the every little detail about this was a massive learning curve for me, and I was here for it. Everything was just absolutely perfect. I have never in my life felt happiness like this before. Just chilled out, down to the pure utter happiness. It was nice to see all these little villages, but it wasn't long before the temperature plummeted to 0 degrees for the first time on this road trip, and then we arrived at our first destination. This is something I seen on social media a few years ago, and I needed to check it out for myself. I guess the first stop today is Store Algun, which is this big thing right here. Tell you what, they definitely know how to go in the way of artwork, don't they? He's got nuts. Jesus. But we've got one of the mountain passes to do now. The Rondane scenic route. I'm really looking forward to this, but also quite nervous. It's 0 degrees here, and that's a mountain pass that goes even higher. So we'll see just how well the van actually does. In my mind, it's kind of like the NC 500, all these scenic routes. There's always stuff along the route for you to be able to stop and check out, just like this. Because we're driven above the clouds, we were now getting the sun and it was warming everything up, but there was still ice all over the floor and all over the road. The more we climbed the mountain pass, the more the views got more and more insane. And then we stumbled upon this. No music, no voices, just the view. Wow! And there's nobody here. It's just on the side of the road. There's the van. This is literally put to shame by the majority of the views that we do see throughout this video and the future videos from the Arctic Circle, so make sure you subscribe. Because just down the road there is another one. It's an art installation on the road. I was truly mesmerised by this, but don't be fooled by the sun. It was minus 1.5 at the moment, but we're still essentially in South Norway on the Rundane mountain scenic route. It's definitely one to add onto your bucket list. But again, just down the road from there, coming down off the summit from the mountain pass, and we stumbled across this. Wow. Can you imagine just having a picnic here with this sound and nothing else? What a day. I mean, what a day. I just had a call from Kieran. He looks like... I was going to say, you look like you're a statue there. Just look like I'm showing people a picture. He's done a load of Norway videos before on his channel, so I'll leave it linked down in the below. You got any advice for me? Because like literally, I've only been up in Norway now for a day.
Well, any advice with Norway? Just have fun. Look at the views. Feel the freshness. That's the advice. Just live. That's the advice.
Have you got any advice to stay alive?
To stay alive? Oh, you mean with the wildlife, the bears?
Oh, God, bears.
The moose, yeah. So there's moose and the bears. With the bears, remember, if it's brown...
Hold on, you've just broken up. You've just broke up, mate. What was that?
With bears, if it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lay down. And if it's white, good night. With moose... Good luck with that.
I forgot they've got like brown bears, polar bears, and black bears, and moose.
And wolves.
And wolves?
Yeah. And wolves, yeah. They're all north though. You don't have to worry about that South Norway, but northern Norway, yeah. Be aware, be prepared up there.
I'm heading north. I've got some stuff booked on Sunday in Tromso. With Kieran's wise words of wisdom, I headed further down the mountain. There's something called a telescope down here. Now, it's not an actual telescope. Let me show you what it is. Allow me to try to show you the view through this, and you can get to see just what Norway's like. With Norway being so famous for its wildlife, things like reindeer, moose and wolves, I wanted to see that and experience that. There's a spot at the end of the Rundane scenic route, and there's a viewing area where reindeer tend to reside. You tend to see them there because there's people there. They're quite a sociable animal. I want to go there and have a look. What I didn't expect was for them to close the whole area for breeding. What a day today. Oh wait, there is this closed? There's a sign there. Well, I was going to go up there, but there's a sign there saying it's closed and a chain going over the barrier. So I can't go that way. It is nice to see Norway protecting their wildlife like this, though. Very gutted about that, actually. I was kind of looking forward to that. There's a viewpoint up there, but I suppose that's what you get for coming in this time of season. Just down the road, there's another spot where you can see the wild musk ox. Now, musk ox, hundreds of thousands of years ago, were native to the Scandinavian Arctic tundra. They got extinct by poaching and hunting, and they're being reintroduced right now. So I want to go for a walk and try and spot them in this area. What a bridge. Oh, yes. I bet that's freezing cold. Just been speaking to some Canadians and they said they are along here, they saw them and they gave me a few pointers, so we might actually get to see them. But some of the reviews are saying it's taken us over 6 hours to try and find them. Some have said horses roam freely, we found them, so we don't actually know until we get down there. As expected, I didn't get to see any musk ox. I was out for about, I don't know, 3 hours or so. It was beautiful. I'm still 9 hours away from the Arctic Circle Centre, so I found this spot, but it's 2 hours and 45 minutes. It says I'll get there for about 7:30. It's more likely going to be about 8 o'clock. You see, there's a couple of little closures, but apparently they've built roads around them. I'm not too sure what that's like, but this spot, in theory, I should be able to get the Northern Lights, but it might be a bit windy. But it's I don't know what it's going to be like, but I'm really tempted to tick that one off. Let's go. Oh, this is the first time I've done a convoy roadworks. They've basically got one lane closed, but they're convoying you through it. That's quite cool. They've just convoyed a load coming through, and we have to wait for the convoyer on the other side to come back and take us all the way through. I wonder what's happened for them to do a convoy. But we're like proper deep in moose territory. This is going to be wow cool. Here comes the convoyer. He's going to take us all the way through now. And you can come with us so that you can have a little nosy at it too. You might be bouncing because you're on a weird sort of mount on the dashboard. But, oh wait, there's that car that's had an accident. Oh God, there's a lot of flashing lights down here. So there's a cherry picker there. Oh, it must be doing something to those signs there. But what's happening down here? There is an awful lot of flashing lights. I can see why they've convoyed it though. 2 different spots like that. Turns out all they were doing was putting the winter perimeter poles, so the reflective poles that go along the side of the road. So A, you can see how deep the snow is. 2, you can see where the road is once it does snow. But the weather soon started to change, the lights soon started to fade, and then we found our park up. I can tell you one thing, the weather is brutal. That was a scary drive, I'll say that. Night time, wet, loads of roadworks, you couldn't really see the right lines, and I didn't know where I was or anything. And oh God, but I've just got to this spot. It looks good. I'll give you that. It looks good. I'll show you it in the morning because at the minute it's brutal. I've just been to the kiosk to pay for parking and stuff. And it's all self-service. I thought that was good. I went in there and it's like self-service. You've got a computer screen and you tap some buttons and you pay for whatever you're doing. But they've got like Mars bars and drinks and coffees and stuff like that. It's quite cool to be fair, but I'll show you that in the morning. Good morning. What a night that was. Wild as anything, and it's going to get wilder looking at the clouds and the weather forecast. Apparently where we're heading to, it snowed last night really bad. Got some ruins up there with a fjord just over there and another one right behind. There's somebody fishing in the boat out there too. But what a night that was. It was wild, it was windy, I didn't sleep very well, and quite frankly it's time for a coffee. I've just got my map out to show you where I am basically. So I started here right there in sort of East Anglia, and then I drove down to about here where we got the Hook of Holland over to this way. Then the first day I drove from there through the Netherlands, through Germany, up into Denmark, and I stayed around about there. Then I drove up to Hartshals, over to Larvik, which was in Norway there, and then I drove up. I stayed there the first night in just north of Oslo, about an hour north of Oslo. And then last night, you've got here Trondheim. That was the village just past me, so I'm about here. The Arctic Circle is here. And we are here. This is going to be mental. What an absolutely stunning view for the morning. Shame about it being a bit wild. I'm going to say goodbye to this absolutely insane view. And we've got a long driving day today. It is proper sort of mental when you sit there and looking at it like that. I mean, let's try and find me. So there I am, just north of Trondheim, and then the Arctic Circle Centre is like there. So to put that into perspective, it's that far. To be fair, it's quite a long way to be thinking about it. I mean, let's have a look. There's the Arctic Circle Centre, just there. Click on that, Google Maps directly from here, look at that. 7 hours and 7 minutes, 500 kilometres. I don't know if I'm going to make that today. I'm pretty certain I won't. But when you look at, like, compare it to the UK, I'm there. The very tip top of the mainland UK is there. That's insane. I'm higher than Iceland now. That's mental. You see, there's only a few things between here and the Arctic Circle Centre that I'd like to stop and see, but there's not that much. So the majority of this journey is the driving aspect of this journey now. It's all the scenery, the roads, all the little villages we go through. It's going to be absolutely mental. The temperature on the coastal side of Norway is a lot more milder. I slept last night at 2 degrees. But there was a few things I changed about this van before I came onto this epic journey, and one of those was my heating system. I've changed over to the Autotherm 4D diesel heater. If you want to have a look at it for a much more reliable heating system, then check out code INDIE at autotherm.store. You'll get yours at a slight discount. I'm kind of looking forward to, at the end of this road trip, pricing up exactly how much it's cost. That's going to be in a future video after all of them have been published, so make sure you do subscribe. But a couple hundred kilometres into the journey through some of the most amazing roads in the world. I started this journey in South Norway, and I'm looking at the roads thinking they're the most impressive I've ever seen. Now that I'm a good 1,000 kilometres up Norway, it's next level. But it's time for a little bit of lunch. I found a lovely little rest spot, made myself some lunch, had a bit of a scran, and then time to get back on the road again. It was at this moment Richard found out that Norway has cured his colour blindness. I've never seen rainbows this bright in all my life, this colourful. Whilst passing an awful lot of these signs that say moose, the first proper sign of snow on top of the mountains so close just made me feel so warm. I know that sounds strange, it really does sound strange, but I'm getting closer. Every minute that passes, I'm getting even more closer, and then this happens once again. You may get stuck in a lot of roadworks when you're over in Norway, but you just gotta chill out, because they're pretty damn good, to be fair. They're literally... It's weird to see Norway and compare it to England. In England, they're constantly trying to repair our roadwork system, our road network system. Oh no, there's potholes, we'll leave it for 4 years and then clear it. Here, it's... Okay then, the trucks have gone over it enough. There's a couple of little tiny ruts that are like holding a bit of water when it rains and snows. When it snows and freezes, that's going to be bad. We'll resurface the whole road. They just turn up like this, close the road off for 20 minutes, blast the whole road section that they need to do, and then just sorted, let's go. In 20 minutes you've got a new section of road. It's weird to see it. It's weird because Norway seems to be improving its road network, whereas the UK just seems to be attempting to repair it and then repair it really badly so they get paid and can move on to the next badly repaired job. I do find myself getting increasingly more scared that I'm not going to make it back to England. I've fallen in love with this place. So you look at this, check this out. A whole new section of road, and I was sat there for 15 minutes. That's it. You've got all these rollers, all these machinery, and it all come on the truck that's parked directly in front of here. Look at that, the truck's just literally rolled up, repaired the road, got it all sorted, let everyone go. It's as simple as that. You can see the big queue of traffic on the other side for the exact same reason, and we've got snow-capped mountains directly in front of us. This is insanely beautiful. Yeah. Now that is an entrance into Nordic. This definitely calls for a little pit stop. I didn't know this at the time, but they had quite an eclectic little souvenir shop here too. Oh, I had to take a little visit in there. And it's surprising what I actually picked up. I might get demonetized, but I'm pretty sure you can guess what it is. 52 minutes away, we have got a waterfall. It is currently 4:30 here, so I'm not entirely sure that it's going to be daylight when we get there, and I really wanted to be parked up in daylight tonight. We'll see how it goes on, shall we? Come on, let's get up to this waterfall. The clouds are starting to look like they've got a lot of thick snow in them, and to be fair, it started sleeting near enough straight away. Secretly admiring the view, totally forgetting the fact that I could really do with getting some fuel either tonight or tomorrow morning as soon as possible, and not having a clue where I can go to get it. That's all part of the adventure. The higher we got, the more snow started to form on the mountains, the more the driving conditions just got more fun. I saw this waterfall on the way in. Massive car park. Again, I'm the only one there. You wait till you see this. Literally, you can already hear it. Look at that. Like, what? Like, The amount of water coming down there is insane. And then all the spray running down there. My God, I'm getting soaked. This is amazing. Sun's setting, let's go find a park up for the night. There's a park up literally 10 minutes away, so I'm just gonna nip down there. Well, I guess I can't go down there tonight. There's a spot 8 minutes up the road, 8 kilometers, but it's just one of the roadside ones on the side of the road. That's a mountain in front of me. What? Yeah, we just need to go through a mountain to get there first. Got a big mountain up there, a massive fjord there, and there's some shops and stuff over there too. An early start this morning. It doesn't look like there's been any go through the night, but I'll tell you one thing, my temperature gauge on the roof, that's decided it wants to stop working. Gotta stop for the obligatory park up selfie, haven't we? It's a proper cool park up, and then down to the fjord as well. Oh, the snow-capped mountains. Let's get today on the run. It's gonna be absolutely mental. I found a place just down the road to get some water, so I'm gonna go and try that out. The fresh water, it's just that. You nip inside, you ask them, they give you the key to turn it on. What more can it want? The waste disposal too. I can't believe today is the day. We are going to do it. We are going to go to the Arctic Circle. We have got some elevation to gain on the drive, so there's a good possibility of snow. I can see it on the mountains in front of me with this low-lying cloud right next to a fjord. It is an absolute stunning drive. But so far, the road's doing well, the van's doing really well, and even I'm doing really well. Dashboard's currently saying 0 degrees, so it's with the elevation gain. I have a feeling it's going to get a bit colder than that, but that is exactly what we're aiming for. Still completely baffles me that today is the day I get to tick off something off my bucket list that I've been wanting to do for 20 years. 5 days of travelling, 2,500 kilometres, and it's going to get done today. But on the way, there's something else I want to see. Moorama, it's classed as the gateway to the Arctic Circle. It's a very, very industrial sort of gateway into the Arctic Circle, but there's something down here I want to have a look at. This water, all nice and flat, and you can already sort of kind of make out what it is. And you start to see what we're here to see. Ah, oh, damn it, you can't really see it from this angle. I'll have to go back up the path and then back down the other side. Oh, wow. This is it. The final leg. 2,500 mile, 5 days of travelling to complete a 20-year-long bucket list item. Let's go. And with that, the time has come. 20 years, and I've got 79 kilometres left. We started to climb up into the mountains. We got our first sights of snow on this run. Will we be lucky enough to get a snow-capped Arctic Circle centre? The snow started to come down. I was getting extremely excited, extremely emotional. I can't even explain what I was going through. But this is it. My whole life, people have told me I can't do this, I shouldn't do that, I can't physically be able to do this. And now I'm going to show them. I'm going to prove them wrong. I'm going to do this for myself. I am going to do something that's taken 20 years to be able to do. And I even got to see some reindeer on the way. What more can you want? The sky started to clear up. We had a clear-ish sky, snow on the ground. We're just about to pull in, and here we go. The driveway going in. It closes in the winter season, but we've made it. We've done it. We've done it. Achievement this has been. I've done it. 20 years and I'm here. It's took me 5 days, 2,500 kilometers to get up here. This is insane. Let's go for a look around. Oh yes. I've made it. Oh. And there's nobody around. We've got snow, the first proper snow since we've been up here, and it's exactly where I wanted it to be. We've seen reindeer, we've travelled this is amazing. This is absolutely mind-blowing. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you're new around here, please subscribe. This road behind me is the only road in the world that's known to cure heartbreak. So we've come to test that theory. Also, check what's out over there. I kid you not, literally right behind me. Oh, look at that for a view. I mean, look at that for a view. It's just absolutely breathtaking with the waterfalls and the mountains and the mist and the snow.
It's autumn in the Arctic Circle, we can't forget the rain.
The joy along this road is, I kid you not, there every sort of few minutes. There's a little spot for a bit of a viewpoint. It's raining most of the day, the wind's picking up, so it won't be as beautiful as what you see in the summer, but this road is gonna be breathtaking.
I have a feeling you're going to understand why the Norwegians are the happiest people in the world. When you come across roads like this, you can see why Norway has lower speed limits. So you can take your time, you can chill out, you can look at the views and the scenery, and obviously watch out for any large mammals that want to jump out in the road. Leave in the comments what your thoughts are on this view, because it's one of the famous ones in the Lofoten Islands. It is mind-blowing. That's all I can think of. But for those who have never heard of the Lofoten Islands before, let me explain just a little bit. It's an archipelago of islands on northwestern Norway. It's most famous for its milder climate, considering it is in the Arctic Circle, and that's just because it's so low to sea level. That, and of course its dramatic mountains, its wildlife, its picturesque little fishing villages, and its rich fishing history. You do see an awful lot of that throughout the Lofoten Islands, especially on this road trip. All the racks that are on the side of the road for drying the herring for all the little villages, all the older fishing boats that are in the harbours. Their sort of mentality is, if it's not broken, don't fix it. If it works perfectly fine, and it has worked perfectly fine out in the Norwegian Sea, then it's going to keep working out there until it doesn't. But then the modern day engineering, with all the islands in the archipelago being connected by bridges or tunnels.
This is absolutely insane. Throughout the island you see like all these metalwork racks and stuff. That's for drying fish out when they go out fishing. When you come here, when the fish are here, you just stinks of fish throughout the whole island, but it adds to its charm. Just look at that. Wow. Now you're probably going to hear a lot of me saying wow today, because I mean you can see the size of Norway goes from there right the way up to there, goes really narrow. But today's drive is from the bottom of the Lofoten Islands there to Tromso. Now it doesn't look like a long distance, but that is over 500 kilometres and it's going to take over 8 hours. And this is the typical view you get at the bottom of the archipelago of the Lofoten Islands. Every single island is interconnected with these bridges, and you can just hop from island to island to island. It is mind-blowing. Some of the views that you see, some of the way people are living out there, it's just mind-blowing. One of the things that struck me instantly was you'd expect this to be a highly trafficked tourist destination with tons of tourist shops and tourist activities, but there really isn't anything like that. It is solely operated by the locals. The main income to these islands is the fishing. The various different seasons, they go out at various different places out in the Norwegian Sea to catch a variety of different fish at the different seasonal times. They bring them back into the island where the locals are working in the fishing factories, and the locals are all friendly as well. They're always dead polite, and they don't mind the fact that you're a tourist, because there is also a lot of locals that do a lot of tourist income throughout the Lofoten Islands, whether that be hiking guides, tour guides, Northern Light guides. The locals have really made this island profitable and pleasurable for everybody, including the tourists. But that's enough of my time spent down the south end of the Lofoten Islands. It's time to really burn some miles now and start heading north. We've got a long drive ahead of us today. Oh boy, did we see some sights on the way. Every single corner we went round was another mind-blowing view, an epic scenery, epic roads to drive on, the salmon farms out in the sea. And even though it was raining, it just added to the vibe of the whole of the archipelago throughout the Lofoten Islands. Yes!
I was really struggling to describe my feelings while I was driving through here. And then it hit me just randomly coming round the corner and seeing this. Pure freedom. Freedom like I'd never experienced before. The freedom that you don't get in the UK. You can do what you want, when you want, however you want to do it. This is Norway. Norway in a nutshell. This is the Lofoten Islands. Everybody needs to come and see this because it is breathtakingly beautiful. Norway just do it different. We were sat there in a convoy. There was a big sign saying hourly convoys between certain times, and I just sat there. It was about 25 minutes we were sat there. Massive queue built up behind me, and then the escort come to escort us through, and I thought, oh, it's going to be interesting to see what roadworks they're doing. Little did I know that it looks like the tunnel that we're escorted through is collapsing, and they're repairing it as they're convoying us through. Norway just does it different. The machines used to repair the said tunnel. That's insane. Oh god, yeah, look at that. Either repairing it or updating it, we don't know. But either way, whoa, that looks gnarly. If this had happened in the UK, how long do you reckon it'd be closed for? Go on, stick your comments in the comment section down below. And while you're there, you'll see a little red button. It says subscribe. If it does say subscribe, that means you're not subscribed. Tap it for us. Let us join along with my journeys. It's either a case of join along with the journeys or just subscribe so that you learn from my mistakes so that you don't make the same ones. This is literally properly gnarly. All the side, the brickworks have all fouled down. This is sketchy as anything. Oh my god, all the lights have gone out in this one now as well. You can see the piles of rubble and stuff just on the sides of the... Oh, this is gnarly. Oh, yes. And here we come. That was a 2-kilometre long tunnel. That was a pretty cool experience, to be fair. Just been into the petrol station and filled up. That was my most expensive fill up so far. Just over 900 Norwegian kroner. And that was just over half a tank of fuel I've just put in. But then I went into the shop as well and I thought, oh, do you know what, I've not been in a local shop, my food's running a bit low. I'll buy my lunch today, spend some money locally sort of thing. And it is just a local petrol station that's here. And do you know what, I'm quite happy. Food review of what I bought from the shop. First of all, French fries, Kim's. We'll try some Norwegian snacks later. But then we'll try normal snacks. I thought I was getting a bargain with these, so I got 2. It said 42 Norwegian kroner on the little sign. I thought, oh, turns out it was 42 Norwegian kroner per piece. But still, that makes that less than £1. So I got 2. 2 cans of jungle juice. And I've got a hot ham and cheese baguette. Look at that! I'm going to be living like a king today. No more super noodles for me. Let's have a look how much that actually cost in like British pounds for the fuel. Revolut app. That cost me, oh, do you know what, that's not bad, 70 quid. So this is weird. The conversion rate on the Lofoten Islands, which is still Norway, is better than the conversion rate in South Norway, Oslo. Either that or just the differences have changed while I've been here. Who knows? We continued to drive through the mountainous terrain, really reminiscing on when I first saw the Lofoten Islands, when it first come on my radar. And it was when the new style registration plates were actually coming into legality. So we went from the old registration plates to the new ones that we have right now. And VW done a promotional piece explaining all about the new registration plates. But they'd done it by bringing an old Mark 1 GTI Golf up to the Lofoten Islands next to its predecessor, which is the new shape VW Golf. And they were driving through the wintry, snowy roads, and it was an informational video, but I was breathtaken by them. I was in awe. It was stunning. Pure and utter paradise. Just look at that. Wow. And I'm currently doing it in my VW Crafter van that I converted into a camper van, and it hasn't set a foot wrong yet. With that reminiscing in mind, it was time to turn the corner, see the bridge that takes us from the Lofoten Islands back over to the mainland Norway, head over and carry on the drive through the gorgeous mountainous northern Norway terrain. We passed through a few small villages, one of the fish factories that we were talking about earlier, through some absolutely gorgeous little tunnels, past some more Norwegian fjords and their famous mountains, and then we pulled up at a beautiful little spot. There's a viewpoint up there, a little hide thing down there to have a look at, but it's a little bit busy and there's a coach in as well, so I'm going to let the coach do his thing, let all the passengers do their thing. I'm going to have a spot to eat and then I'll go exploring. Norwegian ham and cheese baguettes. Let me go and show you this viewpoint and then we can head back on the road. We've still got best part of 6 hours driving to do before we hit our target tonight. First things first, we've got this staircase going up. Up we go, up we go. View is going to be breathtaking from up here. I can already see parts. Oh wow, yes, that's beautiful. Oh, just look at that. Wow, that is absolutely mind-blowing. One thing you're gonna have to get used to when you come to do things alone, you're the target for everybody. Can you come and take a picture for us? Doesn't bother me at all, but it's nice to see their reaction when they see a decent picture. Now we have got a long drive, 5 hours and 53 minutes, but we do have some mountain passes to go over, some alternative terrains, shall we say. But if I can get there, it's just going to make the whole day a lot better. Everyone loves Red Bull in Norway. I've just handed one out to the road worker back there. It was made up. But this is one of the best things about Norway. Instead of just repairing pothole road, they're building entirely better new structures and road networks. That's something to gloat about, it really is. When you're on the ferry coming over to Europe, pick yourself up a slab of Red Bull from the duty free and just hand them out to random locals. They proper makes the day. I spent 47 quid on a massive slab of Red Bull and sunglasses. And believe me, the smiles I've got from these people just giving the odd Red Bull out, that's well worth the money. Oh, that's the first time I've seen one of them. See that sign there, the yellow one? Well, that says that lorries and coaches need to put their snow chains on. That means we might be going over a bit of a mountain pass here. This should be fun. Legally required to at least carry snow chains on this road. That'll do me. That's probably why that lorry was parked up there, because he just hasn't got his snow chains with him. A little driver's tip for you. So I got stuck at those roadworks for around 15 minutes and now I'm stuck behind this car doing a lot slower than what the speed limit actually is. So what I'm going to do, I've got a massive queue behind me too. I'm going to pull into the next available spot that I can pull in on and just let all the traffic behind me just go and give it a few minutes and then just pull back out. There's going to be no more traffic behind them because they're all going to be stuck at the roadworks, and I'm just going to plod on with not a care in the world, except for that big moose sign that was just there saying in 6 kilometers there's moose. Just sit here for a minute, let all the traffic flow nicely past me, and then as soon as it stops I can pull out and just dawdle at my own pace, and there's no worries, no issues, it's just nice and calm and chilled. And then once that traffic has stopped, give it a few minutes and just pull back out onto the road, and then you're free to go and do whatever you please. It's getting steep and it's getting cold. Keeping an eye out for Mr. Moosey Mooses. I don't want one of them walking out in front of me. That's a cool view. Oh, there's been so many beautiful views and absolutely mind-blowing houses. That one there is stunning. And we're back down the other side of the mountain. I can see why you'd need to have snow chains up there in the depths of winter. I think I've been really lucky with the weather in the Arctic Circle in late October, because there's not been that much at all. There was an awful lot in the last video, but that's where we went up to the Arctic Circle centre, and that was literally on the top of a mountain. We even saw reindeer on that. Oh wow, look at that, that's proper cool. Awesome little harbour down there and everything. It's just every single corner you go round, there's a completely different view. This is why I love the mountains, and Norway, God, you've caught my heart. One truly, wow, wow. I've just seen another one of those signs that says roadworks up here, expect stopping times of 20 minutes. So I'm just going to run straight back into that pack that I've just let through. But with views like that, can you complain? I mean, what? That's insane. And here it is. Oh, we're right at the front of the pack as well, so chances are we're going to be sat here for 20 minutes. I suppose I can put some thought into where I'm going to stop tonight. I found a free off-grid spot. It's a little bit out of the way, but not massively. Well, that's because I booked a whale watching tour for tomorrow in Tromso. So I'm sort of pushing to get to Tromso. But I've either got the off-grid spot or Tromso camping, which a few people have recommended me to go there. I had a look on the website, couldn't really work it too much out, but they say you can just turn up, and if they've got a spot, they'll help you out sorted. And I don't know where to go tonight. The off-grid spot is this side of Tromso by about half an hour, so it saves half an hour's worth of driving, and I've got 4 hours and 17 minutes left. But if I go to Tromso camping, it's 4 hours and 46 minutes away. So that's, yeah, it's a good half an hour further. But then once I'm there, it says I'll get there for 7 o'clock tonight, settle down and everything by 8 o'clock. So it's too late to really go out and do anything in Tromso tonight. And then it's an early start to get there in the morning. So I may as well just go off grid tonight and drive into Tromso tomorrow nice and early and try and find some parking ready for that whale watching tour. Because the parking's going to be the fun one for me. I've not done any parking here yet. And I've downloaded the apps that I think I might need, but we'll see how that one goes tomorrow. From what I've heard, Tromso's very, very strict, and it feels like they don't like tourism. That's just that's just what I'm picking up from all the reviews and stuff on all the parking websites and all the other tour websites and stuff. They just don't like tourists. We'll see when we get there. Make our own judgment. It's not bad, you know. I've been here for what, 15 minutes. There's about 6 or 7 in front of me. There's only about that much behind me as well. And this is one of the main arterial routes through northern Norway. It's like, what would happen if the M6 closed down for 15 minutes? Can you imagine the tailback? Oh, traffic's starting to move. Let's see if this dude wants a can of Red Bull. Yes, look at his smile. Cheers, buddy. To be fair, I bet he just notices the hand hanging out the side of the van going, that's hanging out the wrong side of the van. Oh, look. Oh, hey up. They've literally built a little gravel track on the side of the road while they build the actual road. See, now in the UK, they just close the road off and just say, nah, nobody can come down. Hey, there we go. We're off that one now. God, I love Norway. I have truly fell in love with this place. So look, they've built the road. And because they haven't quite built the bridge yet, they've just ran the road, the old road joined up to it while they build the bridge. And then you literally go round and just here, a 50km/h speed limit, so you can join back onto the actual road. Huh, but that's not the shocking thing. Oh no, you actually see people working here. Oh cool, there's a salmon farm out there, that's well cool. Oh, more roadworks, but we've hit it on the green light. What more can you want? There's a dude sat on the other side of the road that looks miserable as hell. So I'll see if we can get him to actually cross the road to come up to my window to get a can of Red Bull. Come on. Yes, here he comes. Thank you. They love it. Oh god, the smiles, that's what does it. And I never held the traffic up one bit, because look at that, I'm right behind that car still. And when I gave him that one, and the one before, they said Gunta. I'm assuming that means thank you in Norwegian, but I think Norway's got 2 different dialects of language. So that's something, I'm definitely coming back up here millions of times. So make sure you subscribe to that, and it's definitely going to be worth me learning some of the language. Even though the majority of the people speak English, it's just like in the UK when you speak to somebody who is like European. It's like broken English, but still understandable. I love this place. They're going through the rain, the snow, the sleet, just to improve these roads for me to come and travel on. The least I can do is give them a can of Red Bull. I've gone over a bump and heard a sort of metal on metal banging noise on this front driver's side suspension. It's quite a violent little bump, but surely the suspension ever bottomed out. I don't know, I'll keep an eye on that. That could become a problem. You see the guys up on the cliff? They're pushing all the loose rock off the cliff straight down, and then there's a JCB there going around and clearing up the mess to allow the traffic to go back through. They are some brave people up there, compared to the UK, as we seem to be doing an awful lot on this trip. Oh, we can't go up there, it rained last night, the temperature's too cold, it's 4 degrees here as we speak right now. They're up there while it's still raining, chopping away at a cliff. Insanity. Then again, they do get to do it with this view. That's cool. Oh yes, straight through this one on the green light as well. Get in. What a view. I mean, just wow. Oh wow, that waterfall coming down the mountain is frozen solid the majority of the way down. My conclusion of the Lofoten Islands, I want to come back and spend a lot longer here. At the minute, this was great for a driving holiday, driving through and seeing the sights, but to be able to stop there and do the hikes and meet the people and go in the shops and do the tourist thing. Oh, there's a tractor in the way. Ha! Yeah, I definitely want to come back. Lofoten is stunning. I like that. Instead of having a windsock, it just tells you the wind speed. 6.8 meters per second across this bridge now. I don't know what that means in miles per hour. Probably 10? I don't know. But still, this is a stunning piece of engineering. Knowing the Norwegians, they've probably got this up in about a day. Even look at the scenery. Oh. Until next time, Lofoten Islands. Lofoten Islands. Lofoten? I don't know, how do you guys say it? But I've still got 2.5 hours of driving left to do. 193 kilometres to get to the off-grid spot. Oh no, as the light starts to fade, the road starts to increase in elevation straight into the snowy mountains. I hope this doesn't get slippery while it's getting dark, because that would just be a recipe for disaster. The snow is starting to show on the side of the road. Got a 7% gradient going uphill into the snowy mountains. The cars coming down, they all look to be pretty good. I've seen a coach coming down as well. That looks pretty good, so it should be okay, but we'll see when we get up there. It is so pretty though, isn't it? I mean, look at that. This is why we came to the Nordic countries, for scenery just like this. Oh yes, the van got up that gradient perfectly. Never spun, never done anything, absolutely perfect. This is amazing. I just hope there's no like caribou, reindeer, moose or anything that wants to try and come in. Yeah. Oh god, we're starting to climb even higher now. The white on the side starting to get deeper and thicker, but the temperature is still 3 degrees. So this rain that's happening right now is going to sort that out a little bit, and it's not going to freeze on the road. I just need to take it nice and steady. We've got 50 kilometres to a roundabout where we can turn right, no, turn left. And hopefully that roundabout is quite a low down village, we'll see. How cool is it though? I love it. I love it. Oh yeah, I think this is the top end of that climb anyway. We've probably got a bit more climbing to do after that. Oh, look how beautiful it is. Is anyone actually keeping a tab over how many times I've said that? Temperature drops a bit more. We're on 1 degree now. My heart rate is racing. I don't know why. This is amazing. There's a big ass snow plough up there. Look at the size of that. Yay, here's the roundabout at the other end of the mountain pass. Yes, the snow has gone a little bit, but we're still 139 kilometres away from where we want to park up tonight. And that says 2 hours on the sat nav. I think I took the wrong turn off that roundabout. I've ended up in like a housing estate thing. It's bizarre, this is. Look at that. So good. It rerouted me. I've just got to turn right here and then left straight back onto the E6, and then we can continue on our merry ways. There's probably going to be more heartache going, the amount of moose signs I'm starting to see, and I'm like, crap, I really do not. This is the time that they're about to run out, and I'm like, I don't want that to happen. Still, absolutely insane, this place. I love it. People just seem to drive around with their main beams on the whole time while we're around here. Just past another one of those signs for you need to have your snow chains on you to get up the hill, sort of thing. Or legally you need to have your snow chains on you to drive on this hill. You don't need to be wearing them, but you need to have them on you. So one job I need to do when I'm back. Now it probably won't be relevant too much on camera because you're on the low light setting because it's pretty dark. But that's my full beam can't really see too much of a massive difference. When these cars go past, I'll show you my main spotlights. I really feel I could do a lot better if I had more lighting on the back. You know, like Alex from Mispronounced Adventures, he's got a lot. Well, look, there's my full beam. You can't really see a difference. There's that. No, yeah, you can see a difference on camera, but in real life there is a difference, just not as much of a difference as you get in the UK. Why do you think that is? I know it's a lot darker up here, there is zero light pollution at all, but it's insane. I was dead like worried because I've seen a lot of moose signs, be warned of moose, but I've just thought my headlights will reflect off their eyes, so I'm just keep being a little bit more vigilant, because that's my concern about driving at dusk into night time on these roads. Animals can run out, and if an animal runs out, that's game over. I suppose it doesn't really matter too much when you're stuck behind Doris doing 20 kilometers an hour below the speed limit, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining at all. At least I can see what speed she's doing to know what I'm doing and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure the trucks that are behind me don't appreciate that though. Woo, the white stuff's back. It's so much easier to drive when that's around. It just reflects on your lights so easily. That's so cool. Ha, yes. Oh, and if you didn't really notice, I kind of got past Doris. The trucks were right up my ass the whole time, and I was a bit nervous about this, so I got past her and just tore ass away. Just over an hour left on this drive. We've got 83 kilometres. There we go. Now it's a bit darker. I can show you the lights a bit more. That's normal. That's full. That's big boy lights. I'd love to be able to see what scenery is around here. I think there's like a fjord on the left of me. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm also going to have to keep an eye on the sky tonight, because I think for the first time since we've been in the Arctic, it looks like we've got a few little clear patches. Granted, it's rained near enough the whole way down here, but there is the odd clear patch here and there, so I'll have to check the weather when I park up as well. Currently 52 kilometres until we park up. That car in front, his passenger just opened the window and stuck his finger up at me. I think I may have been too close to him. I'm used to like the English being quite close to each other, and here they're dead far away from each other. But then again, there's one right behind me that's right on my arse, so I don't know what would happen unless my headlights are angled. No, they're not angled wrong. They could be pointing upward. Oh, he's turning off now anyway, so we'll see what happens there. But I don't know what I've done wrong, unless my headlights are pointing upwards too much and they're sort of in his blind spotty sort of thing, maybe. Not 100% sure, but he's not happy with me anyway. Bloody tourists. To be fair, I get it. I don't know what I did wrong, but I get it. Just turned onto the final road of this mega day's driving. We've got 4 kilometres up here, and instantly it started inclining. The road condition is one of the worst I've seen in Norway so far. It's just hot. It's basically like a UK road, to be fair. Loads of signs for beware of moose, and there's a little touch of snow up here. Let's just hope it doesn't dump down with snow tonight, so that I can still get off this hill in the morning to be able to go down and do tomorrow's events. I planned that event tomorrow months ago. In theory, just round this corner on the right should be tonight's park up. In theory, that is. Anywhere around here maybe? Come on, it's got to be somewhere around here. It says here on the map. There it is. Boom. Oh, the road surface is horrendous. What is that all lit up in there? Oh, there's a van here. Just there. And is that a Christmas tree that's all lit up over there? Oh, it looks like a shrine. Another mega day's driving complete. 508 kilometres, 9 hours and 52 minutes. What an event. And now we're here. I'm just going to leave the engine running for 5 minutes. Just sort of let her unwind herself. I've got something to show you. The Aurora app. Don't know how well you can see that, but I'm right in it. It says a 24% chance of seeing the northern lights now if the sky is clear. But here, you've got a little thing there that tells you where exactly you are, the blue dot, and the cloud cover that's currently above you. So essentially, there might actually be a chance of the northern lights tonight if this cloud cover shifts, and it looks like it may.
Let's just set the heating for the night. Temperature mode, I'll go on 20 degrees. Infinity time, go.
If you're interested in that controller, it's quite cool because it turns off the heating when it gets to the right temperature and then turns it back on when it drops below a certain temperature. It's the auto-turn diesel heater. So check it out. Autoterm.store. There's a discount code Indy5.
Oh yes, bit of spag bowl for me tea tonight.
Exactly what the doctor ordered after that mega drive. Just over 500 kilometres. Tomorrow's going to be epic though. Well, that is if there's no problems. Every time I book one of these things, there's always a problem. Last time I booked a whale watching tour was the Highlands of Scotland, and I ended up booking it for the wrong week. The next time I booked one, I got there and they said, oh no, it's been cancelled because the sea's rough. So let's see how the Norwegians do, or whether I've booked the right one. I did book it for an English website. I've stayed up until 2 o'clock in the morning. There's just no gaps in the clouds or anything. The northern lights are just not coming out. So welcome to life, 400 miles inside the Arctic Circle in northern Norway. We're about 30 kilometres north of Tromso. Referenced, there's my map, there's the UK, that one's Norway, and there is Tromso, and we are just north of that. Quite way up. This is where we woke up last night after an absolutely mental aurora display last night, and we're hoping for more tonight. But today, maybe absolutely epic. Number one, I've got to drive on these roads. Number two, we may make it to the Ice Hotel. Don't know what the Ice Hotel is? Let me explain it to you. Basically, once a year, they build a hotel out of ice with a bar and rooms and everything in there. And you can go and visit it as a tourist attraction in the summer. It melts down and they build it again in the winter. But that's in Sweden. I'm in northern Norway. To get there, I'm going to have to go through Finland. Should be an adventurous drive. Job number one, I need to come up and turn my engine preheater on, and I'm going to stick it on for an hour. Go. That's the Autoterm Flow 5D, code Indy on autoterm.store to get yours. That's going to heat up the whole coolant system in the van and give me heating inside the cabin on the cabin vents when I do first start driving. Just about to leave and another van lifer pulled up next to me. We start having a conversation. He's local, he knows the roads. He said the roads that I'm going on are the same roads that he's going to go on. He's pulled in to put tyre studs in his tyres just to make it a little bit safer for that road for him. So I'm quite nervous to see what's actually coming. He also gave me a load of hints and tips. Make sure you've always got a full tank of fuel. Every time you see a fuel station, pull in and top up your tank. Even if it's only a 5-at, do it. Saying that, we are inclining in elevation at the moment, so it could get a bit sketchy up here. Got to keep the wits about you the whole time up here. It's a proper winter wonderland. Well, I guess it's going to be okay if I do get stuck in the snow. That guy will pull me out. This is proper stunning, like properly stunning. Is this a way where I can get out? Yes, it is. I can get past it now. Boy. Thank you, mate. Being a little bit more coastal now and a little bit closer to sea level, the snow and the ice and stuff was a lot less prevalent down the bottom here. So we just carried on these roads, swung right onto the E6, and then we found the first petrol station. This is where we're going to top up. There's the next diesel stop. Let's get this going. I don't think this is going to be that much, to be fair. On a driving holiday, we eat snacks from the petrol station. Big old bag of cheese balls and a Twix. Bargain. We have got a full tank of their low temperature fuel. So it's the fuel that is dedicated for the low temperature. It's got an additive built into it at the pump to be able to do it. And get this, it was cheaper than the bog standard fuel that you get elsewhere. Right, let's start making our way inland now. The more inland we're going to get, the higher elevation we're going to get to, the colder it's going to get. This is where we're starting to expect some really cold temperatures. I passed the Norwegian customs, and when I went past them, they were like waving as I drove past. So I've turned around, I'm heading back to them. I don't want to be in any bother. I don't want to be in any problems. So let's see what they've got to say. I'm going to point the camera at the roof because it's rude to film them. Yeah, they're definitely pulling me in. Hello, I went that way, yeah, and I saw you all looking. I was like, should I have pulled in?
That's right, so that's why you're turning
I turned around to come to you.
I'm coming around.
Yeah, not a problem, not a problem. So what is this? Is this just a checkpoint?
Yeah, customs checkpoint.
Oh, customs checkpoint, perfect. This is all my van documents. Passport?
I just need the passport.
Okay.
What's the purpose of the trip?
Tourist.
Where are you going?
At the minute, I'm going through Finland to Sweden, and I'm going to stop somewhere tonight before the Ice Hotel. Okay. And I'm going to go see the ice. I'm working my way back down to Holland, and I've got a ferry booked from there back to England on Sunday.
Okay.
So I'm just slowly working my way down and enjoying the sights.
Do you have any alcohol, cigarettes?
I've got 2 cans of alcohol in my fridge.
What's 2 cans of what type?
I had lager.
Okay.
Lager beer.
Any strong liquor?
No.
Any cigarettes?
No, I don't smoke. I have a vape.
Do you have a lot of it?
No.
How much liquid do you have with you?
This.
That's it?
That's full, yes.
Yeah, okay. Because vape is legal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
In just Finland? Finland?
Just in Norway.
In Norway?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, if that's the only thing you have...
Do you want to take it?
No, is that the only one you have?
That's the only one I've got, yeah.
It's okay.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Just step out and open the back for me.
I don't know how much of that you heard, but I knew it was something important. They went through the van, but I was completely open and honest with them, kind of. I didn't know it was illegal to vape in Norway. And I'm there admitting that I've got vape juice and all this sort of stuff. I'm like, oh, fair enough. But I think that's customs to get into Norway, so they were just sort of a bit funny. Anyway, they went through all the cupboards and everything, checked if I got alcohol and everything. Dead friendly. One of the lads went through the back and just had a nosy at like what's in the back sort of thing. They were trying to find weapons and armoury and all that sort of stuff. Typical customs sort of thing. I'm kind of glad they did it, to be fair. It shows me that it's safe. Let's go. We're just about to arrive into Finland. We've inclined that much that we're starting to get a bit more snow up here now. This is what I expected Finland to look like. Up on top of the mountains in some nice thick snow. Stuck behind a lorry with another lorry stuck behind me. Look at that. It's a proper winter wonderland. Wow. And the sky is clear. Let's hope it stays clear tonight for these northern lights. That's the coldest temperature on the trip so far, minus 2.5. This is the exact extreme winter van life adventure that I've been looking for. If this cloud cover stays away, it's going to get really cold tonight. Yes, we can really put that auto-term diesel heater to the test. Here's the official border into Finland. Whoa-hey! And we've just hit a steep, icy bit of road. Oh, this is a bit sketchy. Oh, this is real sketchy. Wow. Yes. It's like the border between England and Scotland. I mean, the Scottish side of the border is pristine. Like, no lifts up, absolutely perfect. The Finnish side of the border isn't gritted. the Norway side was stunning. This is like proper sketchy. Just look at that. Oh, you've got a perimeter markers that already look like they've been dinged a few times. Wow, I'm going to have to keep back off that lorry just in case he has to hit the brakes hard. Wow. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. Wow, it's so exhilarating. It must be like a grit that they put on the road rather than general salt just to add to the grip, because I'm hearing it flick up on the tyres hitting the van load. Ding, 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 all underneath. Can you hear it? That's mental. Got a corner coming up now. Let's see how this lorry takes it. Because that's all I'm doing is just following this lorry, sticking to his speed, and for some reason the speeds have just drastically dropped. This is the official border, I think. Yes, this looks like it. Wow. I don't know where we're supposed to go. Doo-dah, doo-dah. I've got nothing to declare, so do I just keep going? Yeah? No? Maybe? I don't know. I'm going to. Damn it, that means I'm in the front of everybody. Yeah, it looks like there's just grit on the road, doesn't it? I don't know what I'm doing. Wow, either way, welcome to Finland. I think. Maybe. Or is it Sweden already? Oh no, there's a sign! Finland! Woo! Yeah, baby. Don't know what it is, I don't know what they do, but I'm doing 75 kilometers an hour and I'm comfortable at it on these road conditions. I've got another car behind me, so just obviously they can do a bit faster. It's a 100 kilometer an hour road and it's minus 2.5 at the minute. Oh, look what's on the road there, right on the summit of the actual road. Come on, guys. They're crossing the road. Come on, guys. Coming past now. Oh, that's awesome. What am I going to do here? Yay, we've come down off that mountain. That was amazing. Those reindeer were so cool. It's still really, really cold. Well, I say really, really cold. It's -1, so it's quite, well, very mild for here anyway. The lakes are all still frozen. To be fair, they don't look frozen solid, but they've definitely got an ice cap on the top of them. Conditions like this that lure you into a false sense of security. You think, oh yay, the roads are a bit better. When in reality, they're a lot worse because the snow has melted into water, but then freezing again on the land. So it's like really icy. And then you get these blind little summit runs just like this where you can't see over it. You've got to have the power to get up there so you can coast up there so you don't wheel spin up it. But you don't know whether there's a corner at the top or anything like that. There's crosswind sign there, so they must be coming into like a big open. Oh wow, check that out. See what I mean by those false sense of security? That corner was dead icy. One side is water and the other side is ice. How random is that? Wow. Oh, that is so cool. I've just noticed the time on my phone because I've got me van's time is currently 1:43 and my phone's time was 3:43. Finland is actually 2 hours ahead. That's bizarre, isn't it? And then I'll be going into Sweden again, so I bet that's a different time zone as well. I thought the sun was getting a bit low. It's bizarre, isn't it? I better keep the van set on home time, so I know what time it is back there, so that when I'm phoning them it's the right times or whatever. Just a little piece of useless information. I have a feeling we've just turned onto the E45 and I think we're over this river and that's us into Sweden then. Yeah, it is. You got the sign on the right hand side just there. That's cool. We've done it. Get in. Ha ha ha. Yes. It does proper amaze me how you can go over a border like that and instantly all the properties, the roads, the site, everything is a completely different. You'd expect it to have some similarities, but there's just not. I have been told though by my friend Alex at Mispronounced Adventures, check out his YouTube channel, that this, I'm not to call this place Scandinavia, this is the Nordics. If anyone knows why, let me know in the comments down below. And if you're new around here, drop us a follow. It's going to be a gorgeous sunset, that is. We made up a bit of time because the clocks went forward and went back again. So we're now only an hour ahead of England time rather than 2 hours in Finland. How bizarre is that? I've gone back in time. Or forward in time, I don't know. Luckily, the roads are nice and dry because the temperature is plummeting now. In the last 10 minutes, it's dropped 3 degrees. We're currently at -3 degrees. That sun going down fully, that's going to make it really cold tonight. But there's still not a cloud in the sky. Hopefully, we have a big aurora activity tonight and we can find a park which gives us a good view of the sky. Oh, some of the footage we can get is amazing. Problem is, we're in wolf country. There's the coldest of the trip so far, just tipped to -5. Definitely starting to look like it's a bit black icy. Yeah, I'm slowing this one right down. Look how frosty that is. All the lakes are literally completely frozen. I mean, you can't even see that one just there, but look, frozen solid. Got warned to fill up where I could. Stumbled across this one. So, my first Swedish fill up. Don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's good. All I know is it was 20 krona and 22 krona in Norway, but the krona exchange rates might be different. I don't know. All I do know, fucking cold. All through Norway and Finland, granted I was only in Finland for about 100 miles, but there are constantly signs warning you of the animals that might run in the road. Here, the only signs I'm really seeing are snowmobiles in the road. And this is us parked up for the night. There's one of those Hilux campers over there. But we've got a cracking view down there. Let's go and have a little nosy. It's -5.5 degrees Celsius. So heating's going on first. Let's go. Leave the van running for a minute over there. It's just had a long old drive, a big workout on that engine. So let it cool down on its own accord. Let's go and check. This will be a stunning, and I mean this, a stunning shot for the Northern Lights later. Look at that. Oh yes. A little bit scared that that cabin's been bear-proofed. That does spook me a little bit. Before we do anything, the thermal blinds have gone up. The heating's been set onto a control. I might want to do something with this. In the future, I'm definitely doing something with the side windows because they're single glazing and they make it cold. But for tonight, I think I'm just going to whack some of these cushions inside and then close the curtains. Don't know if it'll work. What's the worst case scenario? These are going to get a bit wet from a bit of condensation, but every little is going to help tonight. So that's in there. Oh, that one fits in perfectly actually. What about this one? The next size up on this side. Oh yeah, that's actually quite a smart idea by me. I'm quite proud of myself on that one. Leave this side nice and clear for now because I want to keep looking out there at the Northern Lights to see when they're going to be active, to be able to get out there with the camera. Tomato and mozzarella pasta bake thingy my bob I threw together. That'll do. I'm going to need a hot meal if I'm going out there in minus stupid degrees later to get some photos of the Northern Lights if they show. And not long after my dinner, you could start to see a little glimmer of light in the sky. It was mind-blowing. It got a little bit stronger and a little bit stronger. You might be wondering, well, why am I not down by the seafront, the riverfront, actually looking at these the other side of those trees? Well, I'll explain that slightly later, but they got even stronger. Some people say to me, do you actually see this colour in the sky with your own eyes? And let me explain something to you. Me, I'm colourblind. On a clear sky, when you see that little stream of cloud going through the sky, that tends to be what I see, and then I know something's happening. I can get the camera out. The sky truly exploded, but as you can tell, we're inside the van on this video, and I'll explain that one slightly later too. The auto-term heating kept me nice and toasty, even though the window was open. But this is why I come to the Arctic Circle. This is everything in a nutshell that I wanted to see. This is amazing. Good morning. What a Northern Lights show that was. I woke up this morning to a notification on my phone to say it's -9 outside. I checked my battery, my lithium Roma battery. That says its cell temperature was down to 3 degrees. That'll stop taking a charge if it gets to 0 degrees. So I've just whacked on those 2 fans. I've got one there and one further down there. That's going to suck some of the heat from inside straight underneath the bed, heat those batteries up. It literally is -9 outside. And the temperature inside is nice and 21 degrees. I'll have a coffee before I venture outside into the wilderness. So I think for next time I do come up into the Arctic, it's going to be the winter, and it's going to be in the depths of winter. So there's a few things I noticed now that I need to sort out. One, I could do with the heat source going straight into the back, to the batteries, rather than just the fan. That's, mind you, I can direct that fan heat straight to the heater. I can do that now, to be fair, because I've got the duct in still. 2, some sort of thermal blind over this side window and that side window. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what my thoughts are. I've literally only just thought about it, but all I've got is a flimsy little curtain, and that's not enough. There's so much heat escaping through that window right now. That's something I've got to look into. If you've got any ideas, drop them in the comments for me. Remember last night I put the pillows on this window? Well, it must have worked if it's frozen around it but not in it. That's quite cool, to be fair. That's inside. It gets so cold here. They're the toilets that have been put there into this parking spot. They've got waste disposals and stuff like that. But those toilets are composting toilets because the water would freeze. That looks stunning. What a morning view. I really would have liked to have got the camera down here to get the Northern Lights over that view. But while I was setting up in the van just there, I had the window open getting some footage, and I could hear the footsteps of a big animal running around here. I don't think it was like a bear, but it was probably like a big moose, a big deer or something like that. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm not playing in that today. What a view that is. The water's still running though. I bet you that's freezing cold. Can you hear that? There's an owl. It is only like 8 o'clock in the morning. Imagine the view from that cabin there going all the way down here. Oh my god. I made the mistake of my eyes starting to water and now they're freezing. This is real. I stood here like 20 minutes and I'm frozen solid. I'm gonna head back to the van. I'm gutted I can't see that no more. Oh, yeah, back to the van. But round here they've got fire pits laid out with griddles to griddle the fish that you catch out of the river. How cool is that? Made a schoolboy error out there. See, I bought a specific... Up here, all the animals like that are protected species. So you can't go around with any sort of like defence. I'm going to say that because I'm not allowed to say the actual word on here. So the only thing you're allowed is an air horn. And I've left it in the back of the van. I haven't got it out yet. So that was a schoolboy error. Schoolboy error number 2 I've got this stuff. That's for the rubber seals around the doors and stuff. That is to stop it all freezing and stuff like that, because I've just struggled to get out the sliding door. So that's the job I've got to do. And next job, I picked up this stuff at the start of the adventure and I've not put it in yet. Winter screen wash. But still, it says it goes down to -15. I think there is actually stuff that goes even lower than that. I don't know. But anyway, I've got to whack that in as well. But first, we are going to start -4 the coolant temperature. Heating, preheating, and I'm going to whack you on for an hour. And now I'm going to just stick you on 2 hours, and then when I go to start it, I know for a fact it's fine. If you don't know what that is, that's going to heat up the coolant in the engine block so that it starts perfectly fine, first time, every time. It's an Autotherm Flow 5D, the same as my Autotherm diesel heater with the comfort controller. I'll leave them linked down below with the discount code Indy5. 5 minutes later, coolant temperature is 54 degrees. And that has literally only been on for 5 minutes. So I'm going to let that do its thing for a bit before I go out and open the bonnet, stick that screen wash in, and then do the door seals as well. So I've got the blinds off so the heat from inside can get out and thaw that windscreen out a little bit more as well. And the condensation that's built up on the side windows. The water inside my boiler's it's just less than 4 degrees. Those fans are really pushing some heat back there, but I do need to sort some sort of heat under there, some proper heat. So maybe another diesel heater under there, not too sure yet. There's the engine preheater working away absolutely perfectly. That still looks all good, but this is the screen wash. That's literally it. I love how it comes in a bag here. 3 litres in a bag to do the job you needed it to do. There's one bag done. Now for the rubber care, it's literally just shake it up really well and stick it on the rubber. Schoolboy error, maybe I should have cleaned the seals first. So let's try and get this started in, there you go, 79 degrees on the coolant temperature. Start that up, that's your temperature gauge, look at that, that's flew up nicely. -6 outside now, it should start like a summer's day. Boom, perfect. So we should have heat as well, so I'm going to whack that straight up on feet and windscreen, and then just sort of plan on how I'm going to get out of that hill, because I slipped down that hill last night. Anyway, 5 minutes away we've got the Ice Hotel and the Sami Museum, where we might even get the chance to meet some reindeer. Okay, then we'll try and get up this hill without slip. Oh, slip. Oh, there we go. Did it. I got up. I thought I'd need a run up, but I didn't. I've got to take it nice and gentle with all the gearbox fluids and all the other fluids inside the van, because they're still quite cold, except for the fluids that are inside the engine block. And it's only a few minutes down the road and we're going to be there, well, at the Ice Hotel first. It's -7 here, so all I'm going to do while I'm here is just stick the engine preheater on for another couple of hours, just to keep it warm while I'm actually inside this Ice Hotel having a little. That is it. That's the joy with the Autotherm heaters. You can just leave that running now. So the engine preheater, the coolant preheater, is going to be running perfectly fine for the next couple of hours while I go off and do this. And when I come back in, 1, I'm going to have auxiliary heating inside the van. I'm going to have my dashboard heating. But 2, the engine's going to be warm, so it will start perfectly fine. Ah, sleeping bear. Like I said, they've got 2 hotels. One they build every year out of ice, and it melts in the summer. And then one that's internal. So I want to go see that internal one because it's the only one that's available in the autumn. Inside there is the 365, and over there is where they're building the seasonal one. 315 Swedish krona. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know how much that equates to. I'll check that later. There's an ice bar the drinks come in ice drinks, and all the ice is harvested from the river that's frozen. So when you finish your drink, you just throw it into the river and it melts and it's giving back to the environment. I thought that was quite cool. There's stuff like an art gallery, a cinema and an ice hotel. Let's go and have a look. Let's go and have a little look. Oh wow, look at that. Is that behind the ice? Oh no, that's the actual shot. Wow, and all that. This is pretty cool. There's a slide over there. We're going on that. Oh wow, the spaceman, all made out of ice, drinking an ice glass. Ah, there's the bar. That's so cool. Oh wow, sit there and have a nice drink. Wow. Oh, the slide. Should we go down a slide? Yes, I just slipped on my ass.
that hurt my ass. Ooh, what's down this way? Experience room, that's where you can go for... Wow. River to river. This must be the art gallery. Oh, wow. I thought that was Alex Fruit for a second. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool, to be fair. See how they look half full. Oh, the lotus flowers. Wow. Yeah, this is awesome. Look at that. Wow. Oh my god, this is a cinema. We're in an ice cinema. Like, what? Deluxe suite. Let's go inside and have a look at the hotel. Ooh, little things. Imagine that is the bed. Oh, look at that. A full-on bed made of ice. Is the mattress? No, the mattress isn't ice. Look at that for a bed. Oh, yes. Oh, this place is pretty cool, to be fair. Welcome to the Ice Hotel. Look at this one. You've got a full wall going round into this hotel room. And sorry, buddy. Up the top. Look at that. There's your bed. I think they're still making it, but it still looks cool. Oh, check out this one. Full sofa area, table. Look at him. He's cool. What's it? Oh, wow, look at the artwork on the wall. Wow, and that's all encased inside the actual ice. That's wow, cool. There's your bed with more artwork. Yeah, this is pretty cool, wouldn't you say so? Wow. Wow. Oh, this one's a lot brighter. Wow, look at those seats. Huh. That's like your table there built into the ice. Wow. More. Oh, these are just random hotel rooms. I think these are more art than anything, but you can stay on here. That is a brain. Why am I so fascinated by a brain? Oh, wow. This is like kids' play area. All made out of ice. The heart over there. Lungs and a heart. Wow. Oh, this is another cool one. This is the 365 Ice Hotel. You've got to check it out if you're near Kiruna in northern Sweden. It's literally ice. That's so cool. Like, literally, it's freezing cool. Ooh, this one looks cool. All the big spires going up. It's like pathway walking round. The entrance to the love-making machine. I'm so glad nobody... Ow! I've just hit my head. Wow, sorry, I couldn't see it. It's just water. Look at that. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Oh, this one looks cool. Looks proper demonic. Like, really demonic. Whoa. You wouldn't like to wake up here, would you? Wow, we've got a sauna, a sort of spa room here with the chairs. The little thing going all the way around. I don't know what that's supposed to be. But it's got a couple of seats in it. Wow. And, oh no, it is generally just another bedroom. Look, there's your, like, your sauna thing with your hot rocks. Wow. Not gonna lie, that looks spooky. All like the proper detail on all the wrinkles in the face and everything. Nice sofa area though. Wow. What the hell? That dude's running out. Oh. What is that? Would you really go to sleep with that in your room? Oh my god. Yeah. He don't look very happy. Looks like he's had a good night on the town. There's the ice glasses. So when you've had your drink, you've got your drink in your glass of ice. And then you come up, you sit down in your nice little cabin thingy, just like this, with all your mates having a good time. And that's your disposal hatch, which goes straight out to the river. That's cool. I bet the fishing's good with drunken fish out there. The Sami Open Air Museum. Let's go and have a little nosy. By the sounds of it, there's quite a lot here. Art installations. There's a viewing thing down there. All about the Sami culture. Sami is the indigenous people of Lapland, which is where we are now. This forest walk has got a few art installations in it, and I can already see one just there. There's the sculptor. Look at the view through it though. Wow. What's in the box? I'm not putting my hand in. Oh, antlers. Huh.
teeth. Oh, no thanks. No. Yeah, this is the animals that reside here. The obvious, reindeers, fox, eagle, moose. Look at the size of that boy. Wolverine. Yeah, I saw one of them. I saw one of them too. Wow. And then one of them. That is quite a cool little exhibit. I think that's showcasing how they get stuff over the frozen lakes. That's cool. That's all the information about the religions. That's all on the information board. Look at those cool wood sculptures. I could do with learning a lot more about this culture so I could be more knowledgeable. Look at that. It's staff only, but it's just an open gate, so I'm not going to go in. But reindeer, he's looking at me. He wants food. How cool are they? Very, very important part of the Sami culture, these animals, because they use them for all kinds of things, from transportation to shipping to decoys for hunting. They use them for everything. This, from what I can tell from reading that sign, is essentially a shed. Stuff that they don't use in the summer goes in there when it's winter, and vice versa and stuff like that. And then the stuff they don't use that often lives up there. It's all because of the snow and stuff that comes out on the ground. It's literally just storage. I thought it was something like, I don't know, cool. But then like even down to the food that can keep stuff like flour, coffee, sugar, that was all stored in there too. And it's these that store all the, what was it they store? These are normally really high up in the trees, but they store all stuff like the fish and all the meats and stuff in the autumn, ready for use in the spring. That was absolutely amazing, learning how they lived so nomadically and so remotely and made the land work for them. It was just fascinating to learn it all. But that's this area done, and we've got one more day that I can spend in the Arctic Circle before I need to start heading further south. So I'm thinking of heading back over to Santa's village. Everyone says it's a tourist attraction, you've got to go see it. It's about a 4-hour drive away. In these conditions, probably a little bit more than that. So I'm not going to bore you with another driving vlog. If you're new around here, please subscribe.